This is Clark Ingram with People Profits LLC. We help you with your employee turnover, labor shortage, and skills gap. This is the second part of a video that I did yesterday called The Greatest Profit Opportunity in Your Current Workforce. And let's review for just a second. There are three groups in your workforce. Number one is about 30% are great employees, and they're going to be great employees, and they can just, you give them something to do, they'll take care of it, they'll figure it out, etc. You then have another group of people to make up about 10% of your workforce, and that is the people who are not motivated to work. They're only there until they can get enough credit to get back on unemployment. They have no interest in working, etc. Then you have the greatest opportunity group, and that is about 60% of your workforce that for whatever reason, because of their insecurities or their lack of confidence or whatever, in their previous life, they just don't think that they can become a great employee. They want to become a great employee, but they just can't do it for whatever reason. So now this second part is we're going to talk about a system that I developed on how we can take these people from being an opportunity to being an actual great employee. So let me tell you about the very first job I ever had in my life. And I worked for an insurance company. This was straight out of college. I went to Dallas. I was there for 3 months for orientation and basic training. Okay. The thing getting to get out of that class, you had to be state certified. You had to take a state test, get approved, and everything, and all that. And as soon as that happened, they sent you off to the local office. From that point forward, all the training was all on the job training. It was just out there doing the job, being talking to your supervisor, asking questions, him um, um, uh, uh, giving you productive criticism about something you did, blah 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 blah. But it was very little formal training. From that point forward, it was strictly on the job training. And what I have found is that the vast majority, if not all organizations, this is how they set up. They do just enough training to get you out there in the field doing the work. And then from that point forward is basically you got to figure it out. And they're presuming that you're a great employee and that you will figure it out. Okay. Now, the good news is about 30% of the employees out there are great employees. And this works just fine for the great employees. However, this frustrates the great opportunity employees, and even more so with the younger generations. Okay. The way the younger generations are, they want everything set up for them. They want you to walk them through it, etc. And they will get very frustrated. I've talked to I don't know how many younger generation people who have told me that Clark, if they had a system like this set up for me in my last job, I'd still be there because I'd probably be a great employee. Um, the problem is that it's going to be very hard for this group of people to attain the level of competence and success that they are capable of in this type of arrangement. Okay, by the on the job training and you just figure it out and that kind of thing. So they need our help. They need management to step in and figure out what do we need to do. What they want is they want a clearly marked path, and they want to believe that the goal that you have set up for them is attainable and that it will be worth it for them to go through the different training and everything that you need to do. Okay. Um, so speaking of a path, I like to hike and take nature trails. And don't we all love a well-marked trail where you're going? There's a trail in Colorado, and I love I don't know how many times I've done that trail. And what's really cool about it is it's marked perfectly. You can't get lost. I don't know how you can get lost on this trail. And the other thing is, and so if it's well marked, you know the direction you're going and you're going in the right direction. There's nothing more frustrating than a badly marked trail. You ever been on a trail where halfway through the trail, all of a sudden the trail just kind of disappears? I've had that happen to me. It's very, you don't know where to go. Um, the other thing is, have you ever been on a trail that basically it was taking you to a scenic overlook? You were looking for that beautiful overlook, and all that kind of thing. And what ends up happening a lot of times, you're seeing people coming back down the trail, and you're asking them, "Is it worth it? Am I going to get what I want when I get to the end of the trail?" And what do you want to hear? You want them to hear, say, "Oh yeah, it's awesome. You're really going to like it." Okay. And so what that makes it now a lot easier to go down that trail and finish up the rest of the trail when you know that you've got people telling you that, hey, it's worth it. Um, so now all of a sudden you're just energized, you're ready to get down to the. This is what the great opportunity employees need and are looking for: a well marked path and a belief that it is worth it. If you can do that, then all of a sudden you've turned them into a chance now that you're going to move them up. Just okay. So I have developed a system called value pathing, and I can generally apply it in every organization, just about any career that you're talking about, where we're going to take and we're going to show them a clearly marked path, and we're going to show it to them at the very beginning so they know exactly what they have to do to get to that payoff that they're looking for. Okay? Can you imagine the productivity gains if you took 60% of your workforce and made them dramatically more productive while slashing your employee turnover? You're talking about millions and millions of dollars. Value pathing is a system where we can take the training and we can take the other things that are necessary to move those people from the bottom of the path to the end of the path where they want to be and you want them to be at the same time. And what it does is, not only does it make them very productive employees and make them great employees, but it also cuts your turnover at the same time.